Hey guys, so today is day 13, 5.7 problem solving. Today's learning goal, I can use linear equations to solve real world problems. An 8th grade class wants to hire a DJ for their end of the year party. Write an equation that represents the total cost Y of hiring the DJ for X hours. So we need to create an equation. Our equation is going to resemble our equation we've been talking about, Y equals mx plus b, where we know m is the slope and b is our y-intercept, or our initial value. So if we look here, DJ A, it says that they have $20 per hour plus $75 setup fees. So we should understand that $20 per hour means we're multiplying by a variable. Start off with y equals $20 times some variable of x, plus they're going to charge us a $75 setup fee. So that's DJ A's equation. DJ B talks about the rate of change, so we're thinking how much do we change by our hours being x, our cost being y, our change is going to be 40. Well, then we also have to think about what would be our initial value. So our initial value, we start with 0 hours, we have 0 cost. So think of m as being the change in y, which is 40, over the change in x, which is 1. Therefore, my slope is going to be 40. And my b value initially where I start is going to be 0 hours and $0. So my equation will read y equals 40 x. DJ C, we start here at 50, so that tells me that my b value is going to be 50. And then as I look and choose another point here, I can choose the point of 0, 50, and I can choose this point here, which would be 1 and 75. Well, if I do my equation for my m value when I have 2 points, I get 75 minus 50 over 1 minus 0, which is 25 over 1, which is 25. So my equation reads y equals 25x plus 50. So these are all the equations that I would have for each DJ. Each equation shows the total cost y for x hours. A says which DJ charges the highest hourly rate. Well, if remember, anything that deals with the rate represents my rate of change, which we know to be just our m value. So I'm going to highlight all of my m values in each equation. So the DJ that has the highest hourly rate, part A, would be DJ B. Their rate is 40. Part B says which equations show a proportional relationship between the number of hours x and the total cost of y. Well, remember we talked about this vocab word, proportional relationship, which means which one starts at the origin 0, 0. Well, if we refer back to the slide, out of the DJ A, B, and C, DJ B is the one who started at the origin, which means DJ B has a proportional relationship. Part C says if you only have $150 to spend, which DJ can you hire for the longest period of time? So if we look at our equation at the beginning here, it says that y represents the total cost. So that means that our $150 to spend represents our y value. So let's kind of work this all out. We'll do DJ A in red, which means first, let's figure out, using our equation, y equals 20x plus 75. We're going to take 150 and plug it in for y, So we have 150 equals 20x plus 75. Now we do some math here. Subtract 75 on both sides. Which equals 75. We get 20x. Divide both sides by 20. That tells me that x equals, oh no, 20 hours, or 3.75 hours. Now let's look at DJB, and we'll do that one in green. So for DJB's equation, we had a real short one, y equals 40x. We know y is equal to $150, and plug that in. Divide both sides by 40. We get x to equal 3.75 hours. Last, let's look at DJC, which we'll do in blue. So for DJC's equation was y equals 25x plus 50. We know y is 150 equals 25x plus 50. Subtract 50 on both sides. We get 100 equals 25x. Divide 25 on both sides. We get x to equal 4 hours. So that shows me that DJC has the best amount of hours, $450 to spend. Stores offer different reward programs. Store A, you earn 3 hours for every dollar spent. Store B, you start with 100 points and then earn 1 point for every dollar spent. Store C gives you the equation that models the reward program, where y is the total number of points and x is the total dollars spent. At each store, you need 240 points to receive your first reward. At which store do you need to spend the least amount of money to earn your first reward? So let's start with store A. That one in red. So store A. We notice here we earn 3 points for every dollar spent. So our equation, y equals, we get 3 points times x. So every single point that we get, or every single dollar that we spend, we get 3 points. So 3 times how many dollars that we would spend. Let's do store B in green. Set up its equation. You start with 100 points, so that means that it tells me that's my initial value, my B value. I start with 100 points and then earn 1 point every dollar that I spend. So I get 1 point times each dollar that I spend. So my equation is y equals 1x plus 100. Store C, we'll do in blue. It says simply, we've already been given the equation, y equals 2x plus 50. So you start with 50 points, and every item that you buy, you get 2 points. Or sorry, every dollar that you spend, you get 2 points. So it says for the question that they want us to answer is at each store you need 240 points to receive your first reward. So I'm looking to see which store has the best reward system so I spend the least amount of money, which means I'm going to take this 250 points and plug it into my equation for y and find out what the x is going to be. So for store A, we did in red, so we get 240 equals 3x. Divide each part by 3, I get x to equal $80 is what I would need to spend to get 240 points for store A. We did store B in green, so y is going to equal 240 minus 1x, or sorry, equals 1x plus 100. So subtract 100 on both sides. That leaves me with 40, which equals 1x. Sorry, 140. So that means that divide by 1 on both sides. That tells me that X is going to equal $140 for store C. Sorry, let's do store C. Store C says that Y equals 2X plus 50. We need Y to equal 240 points. Equals 2X plus 50. So substitute that in. Subtract 50 on both sides, which gives us 190. Equals 2X. Divide both sides by 2. We get X is to equal $95. So based on this, it looks like store A is the one who has the better deal. I can spend $80 to get 240 points, which is going to be the best deal out of each one. Alright guys, so your homework is going to be in class work, 5.7 digits, and have a great Thanksgiving break. Enjoy, eat as much as you can, and go shopping. See you guys on Monday.